First 2 tournaments of the year had a tough start. You know, I've never missed 2 checks in my life, and I've never been this far down in the points. And I knew going into the Classic that I had to do a rebound and turn the year around really quickly, and what better way to do it than the Bassmaster Classic. Feel good, you know. Still got a lot of decisions to make. I haven't even made my decision on where I'm going to be going yet. So I'm going to just kind of treat today as just another day of fishing. Don't overthink it. Just go out there and have fun. There's no points. You know, I'm going to fish for the biggest fish I can find and see where it goes. And I don't know. We'll see. Nine. 2-1. 2-1. I gotta slide back out. Just shaking a 5-inch minnow. There's a big school of smallmouth on this hard spot. Gosh dang it. It was out, he hit it on the fall at the very end of the cast. I couldn't even see a minnow. Really? Up and then the smallest one grabs it about every time. Probably gonna come out that way just to see if I can't relocate the school. Quit doing that. Dude, are you serious? Come on, do it. Just one of y'all. Dude, they're so big. I'm having them come out of like 40 and 50 to come look at the trolling motor. I don't know why they're so far off the brakes, some of them. There's like nothing reacting to anything. There's 3 places we just ran yesterday. I had almost 18 pounds off of it. You too. 114. Too even. Begging. I think. Yeah. Not as big as I thought. 2.5. 2.5. Good one. 3.8. 3.8. Running as many places up shallow as I can, and just fishing little gravel spots on these clay banks where these pre-spawn smallmouth are going to stage. They're going to hold on them bigger rocks. Big clay area, they're going to spawn everywhere. They get bottlenecked in these little rocky areas, so that's what I'm targeting here. Giant. No! There's some giants here, like big ones. Over 4 easily. I saw its head when it come up, and the dot was like, geez. Big brown one. I'm gonna try different angles because there's probably 30 of them up there. They're just kind of roaming around. They're gonna get smart quick, I think. I think the clouds, but the wind is really what's driving it. Giant. Oh my gosh. Giant. If it's a bass, it's like a freaking giant. I just don't know if it's a bass. Drum. It looked like a bass too. Oh. Get in here. Yeah. It's just so thick. I mean, it's fat. The two with it were bigger. I mean, I think it'll help. Heck, I don't even know if it measured. It just feels heavy. 2.7. It's a big one. The other one was big. This one's not as big. Now we're just kind of working our way down, fishing little current areas with hard spots and rocks, and just covering a lot of water, putting our bait in front of as many fish as possible, you know. I never really figured out the giants and how to target those, so I'm just gonna play the numbers game and hope I run into enough 3.5, and then a largemouth big 5-pounder puts you a long ways. Our bigger largemouth stuff's gonna be further down south. Later in the day when the wind picks up heavier, jerkbait bite should get better. This current seam right here should be good with the mud line and everything. Looks like it. Just need to have it some bitey bass. Dude, this should have them right here. A little mud line, I know. Oh my gosh. Yes! Woo! Woo! I think it'll call. Yeah. Five, two. You know, going through that day, you know, feeling confident, feeling comfortable, getting the bites that I had up until 11 o'clock when I only had a few, you know, I had a good bag, but I didn't have a great bag. And, you know, I honestly felt really good going into the last few hours. You know, I remember telling my camera guy or my marshal that this wind that we see kicking up, it's about to play. Yes! Let's go! Down the throat! 5-0. I literally said she's 5 pounds, I need the wind, and she smoked it. Just trying to make sure I don't weigh in a 2.5 pounder and get to 20. It's pretty much my main thing, but I don't want to hit my best stuff either. Just kind of expand. The 1 5-pounder, I waited all day till the wind was like blowing super hard, and I literally turned to my coin guard. I was like, there's 1 5-pounder on this rock pile, and it's gonna be like first or second cast. And the wind was like 2 footers on it, throw it up there, and she ate it backwards in her throat. And she weighed like 414, so that was really cool. You know, get to call your shots and stuff like that. Saw her in practice and pulled it away from her, and glad I did, because I really wanted to catch her too. But definitely better to catch her today. Yeah, I mean, we wasted so much in the morning running so far up Tellico. If I just stay close, I think I can do a lot better. Never pull up on the Tennessee River until that water level rises. It doesn't matter what the water temp gets to. Until the water level rises, the big ones don't pull up. So I ruled that out, and I stayed on the edges of spawning areas, points, you know, flat banks that are transition banks, you know, shallow water structure, and I just, you know, stayed doing that. You know, eliminate 50% of the laying miles, and I'm fishing by the 10. All right, guys, day 1 Bassmaster Classic 2026, Fort Loudon, Tellico. And super excited, you know, had 18, 15, caught 2 really big ones. You know, tomorrow is going to be hopefully a really good day. A lot of our areas are pre-spawn areas. You know, they're main lake, they should reload. So, you know, we got 2 really big bites. If we get 3 really big bites tomorrow, we could move even further up the leaderboard. So we're going to go out there tomorrow, swing for the fences, and hope for the best. And I think we're around the right ones. We just got to make good execution and see what happens. Yeah, for 30 to 45 minutes. Day 2 was one of them days where
it was right. You know, I made decisions. I called it the night before. I said, I wasted 2 hours the first day going to Tellico, making an extra long run. I didn't capitalize on anything there, so I knew those first 2 hours were smallmouth prime time.
She's got one hook. There's like 4 4-pounders fighting over. Gosh, we could catch a bag here. That's how we start day 2. Let's go. They're loaded. Freaking loaded. The 2 I lost right before that grabbed it were giants. There are big ones here. How about a 314 to start, boys? Let's go. 314 in the box. I was wondering why I was running so slow. I left my, so the really cool thing about a Camus yesterday, so a lot of people when they're making these long runs, they can't put fresh water on their fish. And so when I'm running, I flip a switch and it has a high-speed water pickup, so when I'm running down the lake, it puts fresh water in the live wells all day, and I left it on. Woo! That's the way to start right there. I'm fighting. I thought the big one got it. A lot of people ask me fish for largemouth or smallmouth. It's a 50-50. Nope, not quite. Sorry, buddy. Big one, another big one. Definitely one we need. I'll take a 2 3/4. I know that's what we need. It's 2 3/4 and up. 2.8. There you go. A lot better start than yesterday. Feeling really good. Let's go. Got a lot of bait on the bar. You know, the backside of a kind of steeper place where the current rolls around on a flat with a saddle. And smallmouth loves saddles, so hopefully there's a big old gang of them up there and they keep on showing up and biting. Let's blind check them in. Something where I'm not having a heart attack the whole time I hook them. Pretty sure I lost 3 years off my life the first fish. There'll be one later when the sun gets up a little better. They get on these bars real good in the mornings, which is why I should have started down here yesterday. Worked out. And then go to my structure later, so. Little baby largemouth. Gosh. Look at the stomach on him. Goodness gracious. I don't even know if he measures, but heck, I'd like to have him just for his stomach. Up there feeding like crazy. That's another reason I stayed in Loudon. They had a big shad kill for whatever reason, and a lot of the fish look like that. Definitely helps the bottom line when the fish weigh a ½ pound more than everywhere else in the river system. Dude, that was a freak. 5 or 6 pounder. He hit it, just didn't get it good. Got her. Is that a striper or is that a bass? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's like a 5 pounder. It's a giant. Woo! Talk about Brown Town right there. 4.6. Look at there. Let's go. God, yes. Bassmaster Classic is what it's about. Give it a little more. Let's go. Big time. I knew we needed to get back on the smallmouth because it's just morning time and largemouth are just funky until that sun gets up or the wind gets up. Now we're hunting for 2 bites the rest of the day. Try to get us a big bag rolling. I know what it takes to win. I just gotta keep my head down and keep doing it. We haven't gotten a largemouth bite yet. We got 2 big smallies, which we could not have. Gosh, dude, this is awesome. Dude, look at the stomach on that one. Let's freaking go. I'm like shaking. It's unbelievable. 3.6. Another good one. Take those all day long, baby. 3.6. One more big one. And then we got to get rid of that 2.8. We can get, I haven't even hit my largemouth stuff yet, so we still got plenty of growing to do. Big one. Oh my gosh. Let's go! Yes! Three, 6. Let's go, dude. You have no clue how I'm feeling. This is insane. Just showing up. Just every rock pile I'm pulling up to, they're there. It's insane. Dude, I don't even have words anymore. Just trying to take deep breaths and take it all in and just be smart and do the best I can. 17.5 to 17.75, somewhere in that ballpark. So I think I'm in the realm of making the Super 6, which that's one of my biggest dreams of doing in my entire career. Like, that would mean the world to me to do that. So I think I'm on my way, but to win, I gotta go to my largemouth stuff and I gotta catch a 5-pounder. But right now I'm sitting in just clouds of dead shad all over my boat, so I know I'm in a feeding area. I know what I'm doing is the right thing to do. It's just doing it and executing, and that's what I've struggled with, but put that to rest here. Big old nasty suckers. I keep this spot in mind. There's a good bit of them. Yeah, they look like they're wanting to chase. That is a drum. Okay, now I feel better. Now I don't have to do that. It's my whole key when I usually do good in tournaments, because I eliminate 75% of the lake. Largemouth time now, and they're just a little smarter with that slick, calm condition, so just gonna keep doing our best and putting our bait in front of as many of them as possible. So hard to tell when you're throwing at drum and bass out here, but I know you throw in front of the right dot. Woo! Yes! Absolute giant smallmouth. In less than a foot of water, probably. Literally, I was steady hitting rocks, and it just locked up. Look at the buck. I don't know how old that smallmouth is. That's the oldest smallmouth I've ever seen. Only a 4-pound, 5-ouncer. Let's go!
And man, it was a special day that I won't forget. And that day 2 was something I'm gonna keep looking back on anytime I have, a little bit of doubt in that I can make the right decisions. I just gotta put myself in the right mental space to make those decisions properly.
Yeah, so yesterday ended up having a really good day. Just caught a little bigger bag than day one, so that was awesome. Made the Super 6, which has been a lifelong dream my whole life. I didn't know if I'd ever make a Bassmaster Classic. Didn't know I'd ever make it to day 3, and definitely didn't know I'd ever make it to the Super 6. So making it to that is gonna be one of the most special things that's ever happened in my life. So getting to walk across that stage as one of the Super 6 is everything I ever wanted. So accomplishing that goal here was amazing, but that's over. Now we got to go for the win, hold that brown trophy. So we just keep climbing, the ranks every single day. We moved up 2 spots. Let's move up 4 more, and we'll try to get this thing done. Hectic. It's been a lot going on this morning, but we're getting there, and looking forward to get out there today. We have no clue what it's going to hold, so I just can't wait to get out there and see it for myself, because you never know. Come around.
Really winning.
Man, I'm looking forward to get out there. We got a lot of changing conditions, a lot of fish are pulling up, a lot of new schools are showing up every day. So all it takes is one wrong decision from somebody and one right decision from another person. You can make a huge comeback. So looking forward to getting out there. I came back from 11 pounds before, so we're going to get possible.
After the tournament,
it's going to be an interesting day, and we're one decision away from changing our life forever. So I'm looking forward to get out there and have a chance to make the right ones and see if we do.
Good luck. I might run.
Come on. It's not the big one. It was big. Dude. God, they're so... Thought it was gonna happen right there. I feel like I can go run my smallmouth stuff and catch a good bag, but this is the only place I feel like I can, sit down and have a shot at a giant 25-pound bag off one point, and just see if I can find what I'm looking for. Gonna give this a little longer and just see if I can run into the right little stretch of it where these bigger largemouth are pulling up. So. Stay hooked up. Not quite what we're needing, but we're getting closer. 211. 3 in. We don't have the quality in yet, but I think when that wind kicks up later, a lot of these fish that I'm seeing that I can't get the bite yet, I think they'll come into play when that wind picks up. Not quite the size of the day. I don't know. And all my fish this week have been 6 foot or less. 112. Those bubba scales are so nice. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have bubba scales. You sucker. This spot is so weird. I don't know where the smallmouth go. I'm just gonna keep, looking for the bigger average fish. That's all we can really do is just target the bigger largemouth and swing for the fences and not try to play with a lot of the smaller fish areas. Even though I'm catching small fish, I'm still fishing for the biggest fish that I know I can target. I don't know about a big one, but yeah, there's a bunch up there. Better. Oh my gosh, no. I was about to say that was a big one. As soon as I hooked it, I couldn't even turn it. They're just hitting it, not getting it for some reason. I don't know why. I ran up there and watched my line jump, and I still didn't get it. Just check my line too. That was a 4-pounder. Yeah, I think the wind picking up is definitely gonna help. Gosh, he ran through that. He needed it. 2.7. There's plenty of time left. Most of the days I didn't catch them until about 12, so I'm not really worried about it. We're on a channel swing bank and just picking the ones off that I can see. Not much. I don't know, 2.5. You stay on, big brown girl. Gotcha. Oh, there we go. That's a little better. A little better. 3.5. Yeah, got one of the right ones. You know, not true right ones, but definitely ones to get us some more money, if anything. Got it choked. Can't get my pliers in there. 2.9. A little bit of a coal. Oh, she had it. Not in, yeah, I see her moving now. It's a 5, a 4.5. I mean, what else can I lose? Got me in the prop. And then she buried me in the rocks. And it was already rock, just big giant rock. I don't even know. I don't even know why I'm losing them. It's just one of them days. I should have easily 18 and to 19 plus. Trying to get a bite. I mean, I don't know what to say right now. Oh my gosh! Last minute call. Holy crap. Look at that. Lay down.
You ready for me to bring them out?
Let's go for it.
To be better than 5 pounds, 8 ounces to take that away from Trey McKinney. 5 pounds, 11 ounces, a brand new Mercury Big Bass. This next, he needs 11 pounds, 9 ounces. 20 pounds, 13 ounces.
You know, going through that slump the last little while and feeling what it feels like to not be able to do what you know you have the ability to do, it comes down to your mental side. And I know I never believed in the mental side. I mean, I always said I just do the hard work, get out there and fish, and it doesn't matter if I don't think I'm going to catch them or I do think I'm going to catch them. You know, the fish aren't going to lie, but that's not the case. I mean, you go out there with a bad mentality, you lose confidence in yourself, it changes the way you make decisions, changes the way you fight fish, changes the way you do so many different things, that throughout a day, those little tiny things can become really big. In a lot of sports, you gotta take 2 steps back to take 1 step forward. And you know, I think recently we took 2 steps back. Now we gotta take 3 steps forward and really make a big jump and improvement and show it for the rest of the season and get back to that Bassmaster Classic in South Carolina.